Okay, so we have some squishies here for you guys to play with. Can you guys hear it when you squish it?
Oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good stuff.
You guys are naturals. Look at you go.
Spread good, baby.
What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 15 of the Spread Good podcast. Back with the homie Spread Good, Mr. Celebrating Life, Nick. How you doing, man?
What up? I'm doing good. Happy to be here. Excited for our guest today.
Yes, we have a very fun guest today. We've got Gemma from MoongemASMR. How are you doing?
Hi, guys. I'm doing pretty good. So happy to be here. This is so exciting. It's funny talking into a mic at like a normal volume and not whispering. So that's a nice change. That's
right?
cool.
Right?
Yeah.
And we just found out this is your first podcast.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we're going to have some fun. We got to meet a couple months ago and we were really impressed when we met you with what you've done with obviously your channel, but the way you've done it, which is ASMR. I've heard a lot about it, but I'll be honest, I don't really know what I mean, I know what it is, but
Do you know what ASMR stands for?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't tell us.
Okay.
We don't
don't tell
know.
us.
None of us
Okay.
know. None of us know. So we're gonna guess, and you got to tell us if we're right.
Okay.
you guys didn't tell me we were going to do this. I would have done my research.
What do you think the A is? Audio something?
Audio.
Okay.
Is that right?
Am I supposed to tell you now or
Yeah.
The A. at least.
you're close, but
Audible. Audio sensory.
Stimulation.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, stimulation. Mr. Rogers. No,
I don't know what the MR is.
Yeah, the AS, I thought it would be audio, stim, sense.
yeah.
Micro recordings.
Sensory.
Yeah.
Okay, sensory.
Oh, so we got the S.
Got the S.
Yeah, we got the S.
We didn't get the A yet.
No.
Um,
Not yet, but
Can we get a hint?
yeah. AU.
Audio.
audio,
Shoot.
audible,
I'm so,
audacity.
I'm so bad. And I'm going to be honest with you, as someone who does ASMR, I know what the A stands for, but I actually don't know what it means. So I'm
So
hoping
this
when
is
you guys get it.
we can all go through it together.
Yeah, it's really it's very sciencey. So
All right.
Oh,
You can
man.
just
I'm
tell us.
not
You can
doing
tell us. You
that.
can tell us
Okay.
the A.
the A is autonomous. What it-
Autonomous.
Okay.
Autonomous.
Uh-huh.
Sensory.
Mm-hmm.
Micro.
M, think of
Movie.
middle. No, not movie.
Middle.
Or like, I feel like it's another word for a so,
A plane.
no.
Plane.
A moon. Movies.
I love that.
Middle.
M-E, think of like
Mechanical. Mermaids.
Mermaids.
close, but not quite.
Okay. What is it?
What's that?
Meridian.
Meridian. Okay, and then R. So we've
This
got
one's the easiest, I promise.
autonomous.
Sensory. Meridian.
Recording.
Think of something.
Remedies.
Role
Yeah, I
play.
like that though. No. These are actually all really good though, guys. Think of something when you listen, you are
Receiving.
Receiving.
but what do you
Receptors.
do when
Receptionist.
you listen and then you
recollect.
Record.
Record.
You
it's
remember.
like I'm talking to you right now. So what am I doing?
Speaking.
Yes.
R. Responding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
What is it again?
So it's autonomous, sensory, meridian, responding.
Yes. Response.
Response.
Ooh.
Ooh, I didn't know
Wow.
that
Good
at
job,
all.
We learned
guys.
something
Look
new
I didn't
today.
know that at
No,
all.
this is
And-
this is fun. Okay.
It's pretty much a fancy way of saying a tingling sensation that helps you relax,
Very
corresponding to sleep. So I don't know exactly what the autonomous sensor, but that's like the scientific version of what it is, pretty much.
Cool. So what got you into ASMR?
ASMR, autonomous sensory meridian response.
Okay, real quick. Did you know that
Before.
before you got into it? Or was it just ASMR to you?
Oh, I knew it. Well, after I realized what it was and then researching, I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what the acronym stands for, but this is what it actually means. So,
Cool.
but yeah,
Cool.
definitely did have to learn because ASMR is so funny in the way that we experience it all the time, but it's different for everybody. So what works for me for ASMR might not work for you, it might be different. So it's something that's like, this is the name that it's given, but it's been there forever.
Very cool.
You know?
Very cool. So how did you find ASMR?
So I found ASMR in 2020 when it was my last year of college. That was during the pandemic. So just crazy times and just starting to experience like anxiety and what that kind of feels like. And my friend told me, she was like a childhood friend of mine. She said, hey, remember like back in the day when we were kids and we used to like pretend to give each other like makeovers and like spa days, you know, and all that kind of stuff. That was actually ASMR. And I was like, okay, so what exactly is that? And then I started watching it and I'm like, oh, this is really interesting because a lot of time with ASMR, especially the type that I do or I started doing, it's very personal. So it's like someone's talking directly to you in the camera. And I just found that it was so helpful for me and it made me feel relaxed and it made me feel not alone. And that's like such a big thing when you're experiencing any type of anxiety, trauma, depression and stuff. So it was from then it was like, oh my God, I love this. And I thought with everything I was learning in school and kind of just rediscovering who I am as an artist and not just like one thing. You're a singer, you're, you know, an actor, you have to do this path, you know, go to Broadway, do Hollywood, television, all that stuff. ASMR helped me to kind of see that I'm more than just that and I can add all my collective artsiness into it. So that's kind of how it started there in my tiny apartment.
Did you watch YouTubes or how did you start?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely lots of YouTube. Started off with GB ASMR. She's like kind of like the mother of all ASMR. ALB Whisperland. She was another big one. ASMR Planets. These are like really top ASMR artists that have been in the game for a really long time. So I saw them and I looked up to them and I thought, I love what they're doing and I want to do that with a twist.
I like that. And you talked about finding a different pathway with all your creative. So
yeah,
you act, sing, you do other things other than ASMR. And so were you creating content before the ASMR?
No, before ASMR, I really wasn't. I was mostly performing live. So I was in a BFA for acting and then I kind of thought it wasn't for me. And then I started doing more devised theater, which is more of like a form of physical storytelling in theater. And I loved that so much. And it was like, wow, that was something that I didn't really know that I loved. And so it just kind of kept me open. And I think because of that experience in college, I was more open to trying ASMR and adding my own things to it.
I love that. I love that.
Nice. So I don't watch ASMR. I don't even really understand it yet. But I know my daughter, she stumbles on random things on YouTube and she'll watch some stuff. So why do you think people like it other than, I know you said it's like therapeutic, but why do people watch it? Why do people like it?
I think in general, whether it's going to be personal attention where you have someone who's talking to you and, you know, reassuring you that whatever you're going through, you're going to be okay, kind of like meditation, whether you have someone that's making a specific sound that you like a lot of people like the sound of anything to do with nature. Like that's my mom. She loves the sound of like rain hitting the tin of the roof or, you know, birds chirping, all that kind of stuff is like appealing. So ASMR, I feel doesn't exist unless it works for you. So for me, I like a lot of like wood block sound, wood chips, fire crackling, things like that. So I think that's the draw to it, is that it makes people get out of their head and keeps them present and relaxed. And I think in terms of, at least with my ASMR specifically, I do a lot of like toy ASMR. So it's kind of nostalgia or nostalgic. And a lot of my viewers will say that it makes them feel like they're reconnected with their inner child, very playful. And that's like something that's really important to me with my type of ASMR, because I think it's important just as adults that we still play. And that's something that, you know, we have the freedom to do as a child and we're not, you know, bogged down by life's craziness. But I like creating those special moments where people can come and feel like, hey, it's okay for me to play with squishies if I want, or go outside and roll in the grass, or just disconnect a little bit, So
I love that. And when we met, that was what drew me to wanting to learn more about you, is because you're talking about how you spread good through it with therapies and bringing people back to their inner child, all those things.
Yeah.
But then what threw me, not for a loop, but was really interesting is my girlfriend, Katie, her 9-year-old niece is obsessed with ASMR. So I was like, why is a 9-year-old looking to like heal their traumas or play with their inner child? She is a child.
Oh my God.
But I guess it's really for everybody. Like kids are finding this, and she's like obsessed. Like she spends hours watching the bath time or whatever it is, So it's like, it's interesting it's like, I don't want to call it a market, but it's a big thing for a lot of different age groups.
Especially with kids, like naturally, that's where a lot of us discover ASMR. Like when you're a kid, like even going to the doctor, and then like they're writing on their clipboard how that sounds, or they're talking in a soft voice to you, checking in on you, sounds of the stethoscope when they, put that in your heart, like a lot of that. And I was a very sensitive kid, so I like loved all those kind of things, like when you like if you go to like get your suit tailored or something like that, and like someone's like measuring you, and a lot of times they'll say like, oh, sorry, I'm gonna touch you here, or this kind of lot, and you're like, okay, yeah, thanks for letting me know. I feel like a lot of people who experience ASMR like really like that kind of stuff, and it's not something that's like, oh, I need space, but no, I welcome that. And that starts a lot with kids, and you see that kids, they're just imaginative and they're playful, and that's where a lot of that starts.
Very cool.
So that's cool that your niece, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, your niece loves
and
it.
she's only 9, so it's like, wow,
heck
she's really into
she's
it.
ahead of a game.
Yep. Well, now you got me thinking of sounds I like, because like I know Saul and I, we both like hiking. So now I've never thought of putting on hiking sounds.
Do it.
The thing is, because I've been hiking a lot, and I just love sitting still and either listening just something small like crickets. It's just so relaxing. Or even just there's times where I'm walking slowly and the shoes going into the sand,
or the
gravel,
crunching of the leaves. I love that.
Yeah.
See, it's everywhere. It's like, and I feel like it's been even like you see in commercials, right? Like years ago when the whole thing with fast food, if they're burgers and it's sizzling and it's slow motion and the, tomatoes falling out of the bun, all of these things are to entice these ASMR senses, because you think, oh my God, I wasn't hungry, but now I'm hungry. I'm going to go get this burger. I'm going to go, I need this now, or I can smell that smell going through the drive-thru. It's all those things that play on ASMR. It's just,
interesting,
in a different way.
So when I was a kid for Christmas, I really wanted this alarm clock that played like the sounds of the ocean and stuff. So is that like an ASMR alarm clock technically?
Yeah, heck
like
yeah.
you guys have heard of those, right?
Yeah.
Where they have like those?
No, it's supposed to, you play it while you sleep. Like it's like it plays the
like
sounds.
That's what we have for the babies. It plays different sounds.
Well, I was 14,
white
but
noise.
Yeah.
You're
like, well, I was 14.
Inner child.
But yeah.
No, that's awesome. It's like, especially sleep, and we're like on our devices so much that it's like a nice, even though you watch ASMR on your devices too, but it's really good to like have something where it's audio too. So you don't have like the light, you're looking at the screen too. So those sounds are perfect. Those CDs.
Yeah. And with that, I always think of ASMR sound, but you obviously film a bunch of different things. So how is that whole process?
Like the filming process, or just, okay,
like filming ASMR, because you could essentially just talk into a microphone, right?
Yeah.
But
really,
then you have a visual aspect to it as well.
That's the thing. Like some people, like you can do lo-fi, you can talk into like lo-fi where it's like not when you have like a setup, like a microphone setup. But that's like the cool thing is everybody likes different things. So there's no pressure to, I have to buy all this equipment, I have to make this look a certain way. It's really about what do you want to convey with your ASMR, I feel. So for me, I like fantasy and I like miniature items. I like fairy stuff, fairy kingdoms, and bringing like characters to life because I'm an actor. So it feels natural and fun for me to have the visual where it's very warm, it's very kawaii, it's colorful. So really playing into like those childlike senses again with the bright colors and kind of, I don't know if you would call it cottagecore, but just kind of like you stumbled into like the Lord of the Rings world, like that's what I like. So that's my aesthetic. But I didn't always do that before. 3 years ago, Um, I started off with more of like a moon goddess persona. And so when I first discovered the ASMR, I was like, okay, I want to do this, but I want to add my own twist to it, my own theatrical twist, because I'm a performer and I wanted something really magical. So I came up with this persona of being a moon goddess who sprinkles moon dust on you to help you sleep. Me and my audience, we created a whole language for it. I've written novels about, okay, not novels, one novel, music, you know, like all these things because I wanted it to feel immersive. So, did that answer?
Yeah, that is so cool.
Oh my God.
So the novel, where does that come in?
Well, it's more like an audiobook.
Okay.
It's more like an audiobook right now. And it's still, I'm not like completely done, which is why I haven't put it out, but it's kind of the story of the character that I created and the adventures that she got into. I have this giant, like fluffy panda that is featured in a lot of my videos and my viewers love him. And so we've done shorts with the audiobook, TV series, like shorts kind of things like that. And I'm gonna put it out eventually, but I'm just, I'm just kind of waiting till I'm ready.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
And a language. So
yeah.
so like, what is the language called?
I think, you know what? What did I call the language? Was it Iridesian? So my character's from a planet called Planet Iridessa.
Okay.
And so I think I would name it Iridesian, but
Cool.
I didn't really think that far now that I'm thinking
How do you
about
say
it.
spread good in Iridesian?
Spread good? Let's see. So if I were to say good, it'd be good would be sano. Sano is
Sano.
good. Spread, so like wide. Te sano. Te sano.
Hey, Sano.
Sano, I
That's
like
one
it.
new thing. I like it.
Like the biggest thing is like it's not a full blown out language like in Lord of the Rings, but there's certain like phrases and words. Like a big thing that my audience knows is uni niwala, which is uni means moon.
Okay.
And Niwala is Halloween celebration, like celebration Halloween. So I'm really big on Halloween. So that's where it kind of took off.
Oh,
So-
perfect timing. It's coming. Halloween's coming up soon.
yeah,
Do you have
yeah.
any exciting plans for Halloween?
Oh yeah, honey. I always have plans for Halloween. My viewers know they're already commenting and they're saying, okay, we can't wait for Halloween. We're ready to see the next movie. So they're always like really supportive and excited for that. So we have another movie this year, but it's kind of a surprise plot wise. So it's more so like a continuation of the previous movie we did last year featuring all these characters who pretty much stumble, or me and Panda, we stumble upon this other realm, this other world where all these Halloween characters are. We're trying to figure out how to go home, kind of like Wizard of Oz meets Halloween. So
so cool.
so this year will be something similar, but yeah,
Nice.
I'm excited.
And you have a new song for Halloween?
Yeah, doing some music, and I'm excited. The song's called Spooky Vibes,
Okay.
and it's pretty much going to be coming out around the time of the movie too. So I just wanted to do something just kind of a little lighthearted this year, because this year's just been really crazy for my family and all that stuff. So I wanted to just do something that just felt good, like just kind of going with the flow. If music's where it's at, that's what we're doing. If the movie's where it's at, that's what we're doing. So
That's so cool. It's
Yeah.
a busy season.
yeah, I love it though.
Yeah.
And I don't do it on my own though. My
Yeah. Do you have help?
fiance, I'm very blessed because my best friends and my fiance, they are definitely my team.
Very cool.
And they all have their special talents, whether they sing or act or get my BTS for things that I need, or crafting my actual sets. And my fiance always directs for me. So I'm really, really fortunate to have such amazing support.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So you have a team, and then I know we talked about it a little bit, your community.
Yeah.
How has this come about? You just started dropping these videos and they just showed up, or
They just showed up. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think so. I call my viewers my gems, or my
Like
gem
that.
babies. And my gem babies who have been with me since the Moon Goddess era, like they definitely have been so supportive in a way that, like, on YouTube, you can post, like, I feel like I can post anything with them and they they just love it. They love what I have to bring. They don't have this expectation of, hey, I want to see this, I want to see this. Like, you're like, they just want to see, I mean, they have stuff that they obviously love, but it's kind of like, as an artist, they just kind of let me do what I want to do. And we share that together, which was really cool.
That's so cool.
And then, in terms of like TikTok and Instagram and other forms of social media like that, one day I just went into the dollar store and I found these little squishies in there. And I was like, oh, this could be cool for an ASMR video. And then I went home and I filmed with it and I started like putting like spa products on it and talking to it and pretending like it was alive. And I started posting it and then it started growing and people started liking it. And I'm like, ooh, I like this too. I'm going to do more. And I started doing more of that. Next thing you know, like my videos started hitting like, 180,000, 500,000, a million. And it's just like, for a while, it was really like popping off for me in that way. And I was just like, this is a lot of people. This is like a lot of people. But the fact that they liked it and they enjoyed it and the people saying how much it relaxed them and it felt like it like connected with their inner child was amazing.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And so with that, do you feel like you're always having to innovate with ASMR? Or like, is Tiny still what you do? Or are you thinking of like the next thing? How does that work?
I think definitely as a creator, as an artist, I think naturally you're always thinking of what's next for yourself and, what do I want to try and change here? I am really happy with where I'm at doing the miniatures. Even that has evolved because when I first started, I was just playing with squishies and then just putting products on them. And now I have miniature buildings, houses and sets and food and props and, more evolved storylines. And so it's like now people are getting attached to these characters in different ways. So I think that I am always thinking of what's next. But for now, I'm curious to see how far this can go because I would love to really expand this and continue making high production movies and have my own television series one day with this stuff. Because as much as you look at my ASMR and you think, oh yeah, a lot of kids watch this, like your niece, majority of my audience are adults, like middle-aged adults, young adults, men and women. And I love that it can be for everybody like that. So I like it where I'm at. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Do you have any haters? Because we have videos, we always have haters, but do you have any haters?
Yes. And it's funny because I never was really affected by negative comments because I think that growing up and doing acting and theater, you're constantly used to being rejected and you have to just kind of keep going. But the hardest thing for me, I think, was when I started getting people who were copying my work. Who were copying it for exactly what it was, who were reposting my content without telling me, or like mentioning me, and just kind of dealing with that. And people say, that's the biggest flattery to have your work copied, but it really isn't. And it's hard when you're, working so hard to achieve something and someone is writing on that. But I will say it took me with a lot of support of my family and my friends to really come to the terms of like, okay, my mama always tells me, like, when you're getting too focused on what someone else is doing, look back at yourself and say, okay, let me focus on what I can control, what I'm doing. And the reality is, it doesn't matter who copies my work, because at the end of the day, my viewers know that they can depend on me to bring them a magical experience and make it about that and not about that other stuff, because it can be a lot. So you just focus on what you're doing and what you got to bring, because at the end of the day, that's what all that matters. Your people's got you. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I love that. Because we've talked about that too. I mean, our page is pretty positive, and so that's why when we started getting like, and it's 1 to 99, right? We have a lot of support, but every once in a while we'll get gets you. Yeah. I know Saul's dealt with it. He'll help a lady in the bus station and people will just have something to say about it.
Yeah.
But I think we've all talked about is just keep focusing on the good.
Yeah. Because they and the thing is about like, when people are saying stuff too, it's really just attention. They just want you to respond. They just, if they were talking to you face to face, would they say what they say?
Right.
Nope.
No. So just keep on going. Yeah.
I like that.
Oh,
cool.
gosh.
So Did you bring some ASMR
Oh, you know
stuff?
I did. Honey.
Oh, so we're gonna get to experience it
Sorry.
firsthand.
I brought my ASMR box for you guys. Okay.
Oh,
Here we
got the
go.
box.
We got the box. All right, put that there. Let's see. Okay, so you ready?
do
Nothing's
it.
gonna pop out, I promise.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared.
Okay. So I have brought just a little collection today of a few kind of traditional ASMR trigger stuff. I'm gonna have you guys play
Okay.
just to see what comes natural. Okay.
Okay.
Do be careful because this is glass. This is a water globe right here.
Okay.
So these are my props that are kind of like popular on my channel or things I'll use for layered sounds. There's a lot of triggers interchangeably that a lot of us ASMR artists use, and it's kind of fun to see how we just make it our own and stuff like that. So,
Did you bring Pearl?
oh my God, you wanted me to bring Pearl?
Oh, I was just wondering.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Some bath time fun. Yeah.
I should have brought my,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Yeah.
Next time.
It's funny because like it looks so relaxing when you watch it, but it takes so much and it's so much water and splashing and
Yeah.
everywhere, you know?
But who'd you bring today?
Okay, so we have some squishies here for you guys to play with. These are not like mochi squishies, but these are like just stress balls, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I think you guys have some.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're more firm. These ones are more like,
Who is this? This is
that's
Karopi.
Karopi
Yeah.
Karopi and Hello
Hello
Kitty.
Kitty.
Hello
We
Kitty,
love
yeah.
Hello Kitty.
Yes.
So yeah. Can you guys hear it when you squish it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. You can act really.
Oh, there it is.
Mhm.
That's the good stuff.
You guys are naturals. Look at you go.
Oh, we're gonna
Alright,
change.
spread good
Spread
ASMR.
good. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
No, Tesano ASMR, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
Tesano.
right.
Spread it good.
Tesano.
Tesano. Good memory.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
this is like a popular sound that a lot of people like. Not everyone likes it. My mom's like, oh, I can't stand that sound.
Yeah.
But it is like a very popular, especially amongst the kids. They love that stuff.
I feel
too.
like I've seen like videos that are like 10 minutes long and it's this sound and there's like design going.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, yeah.
Like trance
the-
kind of looking. Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah.
I love any kind of
Got it.
visual. Oh, and speaking of visual too, it's like a lot of times ASMR doesn't always have to be a sound too. It can be a visual, whatever, you know, like you see those videos and you're just like watching this thing spin, you know?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's it. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
That's
And
exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
let's try these here. So this is like the original ASMRs. Like in your ASMR bag, you're gonna have brushes. So here, I'll give you this one first. So these are just brushes. And usually what we do is you just brush the mic, whether you have your foam on, whether you don't have a foam on.
Hear it? Brushing.
Oh, the
There
shirt.
you go.
That's it. Wanna try?
So literally I'll have this on for like an hour of just someone brushing and I'll pass out. I love it.
Wow.
So these are more like triggers that you can use also with role play. So if it's like a makeup role play, you're like, oh, you're getting your makeup done. Like, let me do your makeup. You know, you're going to have brushes and stuff in it too. So I'll let you guys have that.
Yeah, your mic sounds way cool.
Oh my God, this is so funny.
Oh, there it is.
Yes. Okay. You got some shell sounds. Like these are one of my favorites too.
I think that's my favorite. So
Yeah,
far.
yeah, the shells. There you go. Those ones are from Hawaii too.
Nice. Yeah, you got the good mic. Right?
I love this. Okay, so if you guys had to open up your own ASMR channel, what would your ASMR channel be named? Like if you did it together, you don't have to do like you do ASMR together. What would it be called?
Basketball on the beach.
Basketball on the beach.
He likes
I love
basketball.
that.
I like the beach.
Oh,
So.
cool.
I do like the sound of a basketball dribble.
I was gonna say your ASMR would just be the Laker game, huh?
Yeah. Football games.
Just
Laker
like the
games.
sound of like
Yeah,
the
the
like
game on the
screeching
TV.
too. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Yeah, I definitely have some waves going on, like a lot of this. So
The
did you do
waves.
any ASMR while you were in Hawaii last week?
You know what? I definitely brought some stuff with me,
Uh-huh.
but I decided I just want to be there. I want to be present.
That's how I was.
You know,
I
yeah.
literally
Hawaii
didn't
will
film
do that to
any
you too.
content.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
chilled. Yeah.
nothing. Just chilling, just enjoying. the natural ASMR, but not content wise and stuff. So this is also something that's like really popular.
Oh, my daughter
saw
has
that.
Yeah, the little etch
Yeah.
sketch.
And you write really good on it.
Real?
Do you have to do a lot of takes?
multiple takes?
Okay, I was gonna say because no, in the video she has some perfect. I was like, is that a
sometimes.
digital? Yeah.
Yeah.
My daughter has that.
Oh, like the big ones too. Like this one, I think it was. I think this one was from like the
Very
dollar
good.
store. Very good. Yeah, that
like
handwriting
that.
is not that good, but yeah, yeah, those are really fun and just like a good, like easy, fun little sound to
So
do.
how would you pronounce it or spell it? Would it be TE and then SANO?
Yeah, Teisano. Teisano. Spread the good. Spread the good.
Teisano.
I had to bring some pumpkins, of course, for Halloween. So that's another tapping. Is
Oh,
also
yeah.
really
Put
fun
that one, yeah.
ASMR to try.
You're better at tapping. I think.
Usually I
You
have
got that.
really long nails,
Yeah.
but because I was in Hawaii, it was like,
Right. Yo, our
pretty
new
fun.
lunch break is gonna be lit now. This is awesome. All right, you try that.
Oh my
Whoa,
God.
what is that?
So this is a homemade trigger. So I have a friend, her name's ASMR Night Bar, and she actually sent this to me for my birthday or Christmas last year. And it's pretty much just water with like this kind of like glitter liquid. You know, you pour it in, it becomes glittery, and then little ducky. So it's like a little duck pond. And you can just make little sounds with it.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what's
These are
so
like
cool.
little instruments.
Yeah,
Like
little
ASMR
instruments. ASMR music. Yes. Okay, let's see. This is a really popular trigger.
Okay.
This is our little slug here.
And when you do these sounds, would you usually be like closing your eyes or
Like
is
as
it-
filming?
Yeah, or like as a I guess a consumer. Like if I was watching
Like
this,
if you're watching. Yeah. I think it starts off if you're watching
Mhm.
and then you kind
Fall
of drift
asleep.
off
Drift
to
off, yeah.
sleep. Yeah. Especially when it's like a lot of times we do personal attention, which means so like right now, like if I had the brush,
Mhm.
instead of brushing the mic in the camera, it would look like I'm brushing you. And it's like the brush is hitting the lens and it's like you're closing your eyes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know because this is fun, but I kind of like lightweight want to lay down because this
Yeah.
sounds really cool. You know, I just want to hang out for a few minutes.
Heck
is
yeah.
cool.
That's why it's like so fun. Like just to like have things even not filming and stuff.
Mhm.
But you know,
So where'd you find this guy?
So that, I think I got that at Michael's. It was really popular in the ASMR community for a hot second. And I think it still is. It's my
I can see
favorite.
why, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think this one's the one though.
That one's the
This
one for you.
That one makes me want to drink.
And it sounds like the ice cube
Yeah.
being
Yo, it works
stirred.
me too. Now I'm
Makes
trying to
me
get
wanna
lit.
drink.
Yeah. This is awesome.
ASMR lit.
Yeah, that's it. That would be
Yeah,
our
that's a
channel.
good one.
That,
Lit
oh, I like that.
ASMR.
Lit ASMR. Playing basketball at the beach. That's cool.
No more basketball, just beers. That's all. Wow, this is
Oh my God, you guys are doing so good. That's so cool. I'm glad that you like it because sometimes it's like, you know, some sounds resonate with you more than others.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you're like, you know, like the shells,
Yeah.
you know, that's like your spirit.
This is
animal.
mine.
I'll have to bring you guys your own.
yeah, this
Heck
is
yeah.
cool. I love it. I love it. And then this is a moon globe.
You know what? I like that. Let's call it that.
Okay.
Moon globe. Yeah. Water globe, but
Uh-huh.
it's moon globe. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it. So pretty much, so these are for like your face, like it's like something you use during your spa treatment.
Like an ice roller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice roller, except it's like you can freeze this too. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it. So what happens?
A little bubble.
Can you guys hear it?
Heard a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. Bubbles underwater. When you gently, you see how the bubbles are hitting inside there.
I see that.
It makes a doop, 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 doop.
All right, Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So those are fun too.
Very cool.
Okay, let me self pick. This is also a trigger that it was like kind of back in the day when I was doing more moon goddess and goddess style type ASMR. Let's do this. And I think it's called a singing bowl. Have you guys seen these before?
Mm-mm.
You go like this?
Oh, like a sound
Yeah.
ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then I never was able to perfect it, but like the sound keeps going.
That was a good one.
Hey man, don't fall
Wait,
asleep.
wait,
over
wait.
that.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to experience this, man. Play with your beard.
All right, got it.
Oh my God. So yeah.
That's cool.
What's the one where people eat? Like
Mukbang.
Oh yeah.
Mukbang. That's the only ASMR I really don't do.
Uh,
Because I feel like I chew and eat like a cow. Who wants to watch me eat like that? I don't know. But other people love it. My best friend, she loves it. So
just watching
That's
people
cool.
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually tried to shoot a McDonald's one
Yeah.
a couple months ago, but we didn't release it.
It wasn't
It
good.
wasn't that good.
No.
Yeah.
It makes me hungry though when you watch that stuff though, for sure. I'm like, ooh, and now I need some McDonald's.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We're hoping to get sponsored someday. So
Hey
yeah.
yo, that's right. Put that out there.
So I heard you called these triggers.
Yeah.
So why is it called a trigger? Is it supposed to trigger?
I think it's supposed to trigger your
something
senses.
inside, yeah.
Yeah. Like this is called a cork trigger. Tapping triggers, squishing triggers, mouth sounds, whispering, soft spoken. These are all kind of
All
like
triggers.
common terminology in the ASMR world that everyone pretty understands. It's how you find the type of ASMR you like too.
Mhm.
So I feel like there's a lot of different like keyword searches and stuff for
Right.
ASMR because there's so much different types.
Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah. So yeah, triggering your senses, not like in a trigger in a bad way, like I'm triggered. No,
Right.
but like this is triggering my senses. So yeah.
So how does this all incorporate with the minis?
Like
thing?
this stuff with the
Yeah.
minis. Okay, so traditionally when an ASMR artist is like this behind the camera and they're, tapping on all the stuff and playing with the stuff for the viewer, you're seeing all the triggers and hearing them at the same time. Since my concentration is on the squishies and the miniatureness, I create layered sounds. So let's say, I think it's time, since you asked this question,
What is the time for?
I think it's time for you guys to receive your squishies.
Yes, squishies.
Ooh. It's the best day ever.
I brought a few for you
Yeah.
guys to choose from, so take whatever you would like.
Oh, my daughters love those.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
He said, whoa, wait.
Okay.
It's a trigger. Triggering.
Oh
Yo. All right. I call dibs on green. Which one do you want?
Uh,
my god. Also, you guys have to name them. It's kind of customary when you get a
Okay.
squishy.
all right, I want this one.
Actually, well, hold on. My bad, homie. I gotta-
Wait, you don't want green?
Gotta switch them up.
I'll take green. BB loves green.
Okay, he loves green.
All right, cool.
That's cool.
Green.
All right. All right. I got
You
a
got
name.
them? Okay.
Ready for it?
Okay. We're so ready. You
Yeah.
gotta do the reveal. That's right.
The
Gotta do
reveal?
the reveal. Finger flutters. That's what we do instead of like a drum roll.
Okay. Oh. All right. Ready? I bring to everyone Lit Leo. This is Leo.
Leo.
Lit Leo.
He's so cute.
See, and he matches the
Look at him. He matches the blue.
Lit Leo.
Oh,
Ooh, that was a good one.
That's a good one.
See, I'm a lot better at this than I thought.
Oh my
This is
god.
What do I name this guy? I'll name him Walter.
Walter. Walter. We love Walter.
Yeah, we do.
And so, what inspires you to call that one Walter?
It's the first name I thought of.
There we go.
It was meant to be. It just,
It was meant to be.
Walter, it's cute. Walter
So,
and Lit Leo.
Lit Leo.
are we supposed to hear it?
Oh yeah.
So-
how would this?
So with these squishies, they actually don't really make sound. I actually make all the sounds you hear in the videos. So they're called mouth sounds. So I'll make like squish sounds. Squish squish is like a really popular thing I do. So going back to like the layered sounds and all that stuff. So when you're watching the videos and you see me brushing the squishy, it's obviously not going to actually make a sound. So I make a layered sound after that of me brushing another object. So when you're watching it, it sounds and looks like he's being brushed. So that's the same thing with all of these triggers. So if I'm like patting on blush or I'm going to put on a facial serum, I might use, something like this that's going to make a squish sound, or something that's going to be like a patting sound. So it's honestly really folly. I always say it wrong. Foley or folly? I think it's folly. Folly,
Wait,
like in
folly.
movies.
What's
Folly?
movie term?
The Foley?
I said Foley.
Foley.
It's Foley? Okay. Not Foley, la la la. No, Foley, where they add all those extra sounds, even in the simplest scenes in movies. It's the same thing. And that's something that I think is also very popular right now in ASMR. Just even when people, without doing squishies and stuff, people layer their sounds because it's like that extra. It's like if the waves are really crashing in your ears, you know?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And
so that's that.
Are miniatures tied to ASMR, or was that something you just brought together?
I think the squishies alone, I always view them as stress toys or little cute things that kids have, you know, just playing with. And I think, you know, when I first started doing all this like spa stuff and role play with the squishies, I was just like, oh yeah, no, I just kind of thought about it one day and wanted to do it. But that's not really true, because I was very inspired by ASMR Planets, Viva ASMR, and these are creators who play a lot with toys. But especially like with Viva ASMR, she'll make her own characters out of clay, out of corkboard or whatever. And, you know, it's the difference of like having, you know, regular phone and then putting googly eyes on the phone. Now all of a sudden the phone is getting like a technology bath or something like that. So it's more so, I've seen so many times of these creators personifying their items and bringing them to life by doing something on them. So I'm just doing this in a different way with squishies. So I was like, oh my God, because it's subconsciously in the back of my mind, the inspiration from these creators. So it's kind of like cool that I did it in my own way, but definitely keeping in mind that that was my inspiration, really, all those years watching that type of content.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Do your kids have minis or squishies?
They have squishies.
Squishies.
We have a bunch of them.
They have a bunch of them? Okay, I'll say, because take some home. Take them to your niece
thank
too.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, she'll be stoked.
Everybody
It was
needs
actually her
them.
birthday a couple days ago.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure to give you some
All
more
right.
squishies to take to her. And then these squishies right here are the squishies. They're kind of sticky and old now, but they're the squishies that kind of made me go viral. I did a video where it was like a POV where it's like pretending to eat the squishies. Pretty much I asked them like, hi, would it be okay if I took a bite of you? And then they would either say yes or no. And then when they would say yes, I would pretend to eat it. And then when you would come back in frame, it would be like a mochi ice cream.
Very cool.
Because
Creative. Yeah.
So stuff like that, which I didn't come up with that idea of like the POV, you say yes, I didn't. But playing it with the squishies, adding my own twist is what kind of made that go viral for me.
That's cool. And what's the social platform that you use the most, or do you use them all equally?
I would say I do use them all equally. I post Monday through Friday on TikTok, on Instagram, and then twice a week on YouTube, every day YouTube Shorts. So it's a lot to keep up with, but I would say YouTube is probably where I try to be the most consistent. But I like Instagram and TikTok because you can do shorter versions and different things, where YouTube, a lot of the times my content is
Long form.
Yeah, long form. So yeah.
Awesome. I just want to play with these toys.
Look, he's on the mic. I love that.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Yeah, that one. Like, I like that
Ooh.
type of sound. This is my chocolate bar brush, one of my original ASMR triggers that I got. And I love it because both sides are really interesting sounding. So.
Wow. And then, so, you know,
It's just ASMR.
You have characters and storylines. Do you ever collaborate with other ASMR artists? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I just did a Barbie collab for the Barbie movie.
Wow.
We did that when the movie came out with Bella Brie ASMR, Aslan ASMR, KO ASMR. Those are also other creators in my community that I'm friends with that are amazing, amazing ASMR artists. So check them out. Because I love
so
my
cool.
girlies. They're amazing. And it's nice to have that support and friendship, you know, doing all this, because you're kind of navigating it by yourself, you know, and except for learning when you're watching other things. But it's nice to have, you know, other friends who can guide you along too. So
For sure.
But
No,
yeah.
it seems like a very supportive community.
yeah, Yeah. Oh yeah. The ASMR community is like top notch when it comes to that.
And then are all the creators like just all over the world? Like, do you meet the people you collaborate with in person, or?
I'm working on
Okay.
it. We're definitely working on it. I have some friends that are.
Sorry, I was triggered. That
Sorry.
that was good. That was a good one.
That was good. But yeah, I have friends who are local, but I think the farthest friend I have she's in New Zealand.
Wow.
So she's pretty far. So I'm not going to see her in person anytime soon, but I have friends throughout the country and stuff, and we talk about potentially meeting up and things. So I've always wanted to do like an in-person collab. Like that'd be so fun.
That'd be so cool.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Other random question, because I really don't know. Is there ASMR shows? Like, is it something you could like go on tour and like people would come like watch it? Does anybody do that?
It's interesting that you asked that, because I kind of feel like that's going to be the next wave or next phase of ASMR. You know, people are already wanting to do kind of like when you go to like a spa and incorporate ASMR in that way. People have been wanting to do that. And, you know, having like a show and experience, I think would be so dope. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if GB ASMR is working on something like that. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, if you ever want to have your first show at Spread Good HQ, let us know, because I'm into it. I'm into it.
I'm down.
Yeah. We were trying to do a boxing match, but I think we should just do an ASMR show instead.
Yeah,
or do both in ASMR.
Open some beers, drink the beer.
Oh, here.
Yeah, close.
This was a gift, I think, last year for Christmas. That's another thing, is on TikTok especially, you know, when you go live and you create this bond with your audience, like they want to help you with your ASMR and stuff. You know, it can be really expensive getting a lot of props, and like people want to see props. And so a lot of times we create wish lists. So if people want to see a specific trigger, they can donate and help so you can get that, you know, because, cool. You know, when you're operating, you know, your own stuff, it's like you can't just buy a whole bunch of props all the time. So I've been really lucky to get some really fun, weird props. In this one, this is Gudetama character. So he's like inside the egg. Just chilling. Hello.
I like that one.
So
that was a gift?
Yes, this is definitely one. There's a few. This one was as well. The water globes were. There's quite a few. Very grateful. So he comes in this little egg carton. I feel like you guys are so mesmerized.
Yeah, I could do this all day. I could do this all day.
That's so awesome.
Whoa, we just clapped.
Yeah.
That was sick. Yeah. You hear that?
You guys just did a layered sound, by the way, too. Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. 2 at once.
All right.
I think Sal's jealous. He wants
to play with some
I think
Sal, we need to can somebody hit this real quick?
Yeah.
We're doing a trigger collab.
Trigger collab.
Oh yeah, there it is.
So, what do you want to play with? You know what? I want to play with this guy right here.
Yeah.
Ready? 3, Nick.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. This one's a little louder.
You guys got this.
All right. Are we doing a collab?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Sounds like we're swimming. That was cool.
That was sick.
That was great.
Oh, hold on. Look at this.
I don't like that.
That's the one for me.
I love it.
I like it.
See? That's what's cool. One works. Look, he's getting into it.
This is cool. This is cool.
Oh my god.
This actually reminds me of a sound in like a horror movie. You know, like a
little scary,
like a
monster.
creepy,
walking
crawling
by. With his like, you know, backwards legs.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's the thing. If I think about that, then I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Now it's in my
Gotta
head.
cancel the brush. My bad. Wrong trigger. All right. This is cool.
Squishies.
You guys are gonna come in someday. I'm being here by myself just playing.
You're like a kid.
I love it.
You get the kids here, but they're just amazed by the big blocks.
Yes. They just want to play. That's exactly what this is. The little crinkly.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Can we hear your ASMR voice?
Yes, you can. So I have 2 ASMR voices. So I have a soft-spoken voice and then a whisper. And sometimes they go interchangeably together. So like if I was doing soft-spoken, I would say, hello, everyone. Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Spread Good podcast. My name is Gemma, and today we will be playing squishies. And then the whisper, see how it kind of just goes into the whisper like this. And let's see. goes from there to like whisper. And so it just kind of depends. But I'm really picky with the whispers because I don't like a yelling whisper like that. I like a gentle whisper.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So you were talking about not having to have a lot of expensive equipment. How do you record like this on like an iPhone?
Oh, I have a Blue Yeti mic, and then I also have a lav mic. So I record with a microphone.
Cool.
And that way I can have it like binaural, or I can have it any way I want, and it's different than the iPhone, just more like lo-fi. Yeah.
And then I'm trying to find my soft voice. I think I go 0 to 100. That's all I got. Where's my 15? Hold on.
Oh my god.
Hi. How do you do the soft voice? Like this?
So it's like, okay, go from talking normal.
Right. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? So it's like a normal. Now just kind of bring it
down a little bit because I'm like right here. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Because we're here to spread good.
Because we're here to spread good. A little quieter. There you go.
And then we're gonna do
it's
some
like almost
ASMR.
whisper, like you almost want to whisper, but you're not whispering.
Yeah, like this. It makes me sleepy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take a nap.
Do you guys like whispering? Like normally? Well, not normally, but like, do you like the sound of whispering?
Yeah, I
or
think
not?
I'm better
It's
at
like,
the whispering. The
Mhm.
light voice is hard for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Nick? Let's
Nick
try
is
it
like,
out.
I don't know.
I don't know. Just see.
That's good.
I'll fall asleep to that.
Yeah, that's relaxing.
I wouldn't.
That's my mom. She does not like whispering. And
No.
I was like, no, why are you whispering? But yeah, she's it's like she's discovered different ASMRs that she's like too. And that's my favorite when people are like, I don't like ASMR, but then they're like, okay, well, I just don't like that type of ASMR,
Mhm.
but I like this instead. So
I like
good
it.
job. Your
I love
whispers
it.
was
Thank you.
great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
So we were checking out your Instagram and we saw that you also have a journal.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about
the
that.
gratitude journal.
Yeah.
So I put that on there. That's actually that journal was actually created by my sister-in-law. She called it Rose Reflections. And I just thought it would be kind of a nice thing to kind of expose my viewers to, just in case they, weren't really aware of gratitude journaling and stuff. And I think ASMR kind of comes hand in hand with meditation, with relaxation and helping just to reduce anxiety and depression, all that kind of stuff. So, journaling can be something really helpful and a good kind of just mindful thing to add to your, self-care daily stuff. So that journal is really nice. The cover is really beautiful. Even the pages to me have some ASMR because they're textured. So it's like just simple for you to just kind of like just write down a day in the morning, at night, just a few things you're grateful for. You don't have to overwhelm yourself. You don't have to, beat yourself up if you can't think of like the most amazing thing. Just like the smallest things are good. Even like I'm grateful, like that I watched an ASMR video, grateful today that I'm here playing with toys, like that kind of stuff. So that is something in my link tree in my bio that is you can have access to anyone, and just something, even if you don't get that journal, it's nice to just have that dedicated mental health journal for you.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
for sure.
We need to start journaling.
Yep.
We're always stressed out over it.
Not
It's
anymore.
a different mindset too. Like you think you're like so pissed off about something, and then you write that down. You're like, okay, well at least I got that. Like I'm good.
Yep.
I'm good.
It's all perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
While Brody and Nick are playing with their toys, I have a quick question for you.
Mhm.
Why is spreading good important for you?
Why is spreading good important?
Yeah, to you.
Well, I think spreading good is important because it just reminds people that they're not alone. It's especially with mental health, you feel extremely isolated and you are kind of governed by your own thoughts, which are a lot of times aren't true. Like, I don't think that we're completely all our thoughts. So spreading good, I think, really helps people to get them present and just remember that, like, hey, other people are going through stuff too, and they're doing okay. I'm going to be okay. We got this. We're all humans, So I think that's what's most important to me about spreading good is that connection, regardless of our backgrounds or what we've all been through, that we can, get through these things, find little moments in life that are good, playing with the squishy. Ain't nobody need to judge you, like, it doesn't matter what anybody says. Like, if that's what brings you some joy, Stick to it, honey. That's what I say. Yeah. Yeah, you guys should have like a part of your day where it's just like 15 minutes of
A
ASMR.
playtime.
You just play. You know, that's what I like. I think I would love to open up my own kind of like pop-up shop where it's
Yeah.
a huge jungle gym where it's all like ASMR related and craft related. So you can make squishies, you can do ASMR and squishies, build the worlds like I do. That's like a long-term dream that I have.
You
That
should do it. That's so creative.
that
I
would
love
be
that.
awesome.
I love
Thank
that.
you.
So we talked about your song, your movie. Well, I guess now your tour, right? But
Oh my god.
but in the next year, let's say,
Woo.
what's next for Moongem? Like what are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, that's my favorite part. What's next? I love that. I think what I'm looking most forward to at this point is definitely I want to open up my own Moongem shop where it's like fun fidget toys, not necessarily fidget toys like the squishies specifically. I want to make my own like kind of kawaii aesthetic and stuff because I have a lot of viewers who want to buy things and like want to have their own kind of I guess world you could call it, you know? So I think it would be cute to either have a shop or do subscription boxes where people can get like
that's a good idea.
motivational stuff and squishies and just like ASMR and things that can help throughout their, you know, their daily stuff. So I think that would be the next thing and make more movies.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
That's exciting. That's exciting.
yeah.
Do you have
I'm
any other
excited
ASMR
too.
questions?
No, I just want to do this all day.
No, this is so cool. Seriously, thank you for opening our minds to this because again, we thought it was cool when you're talking about how you spread good through it. And,
Yeah.
you know, again, bringing people to the inner child, healing
Mhm.
traumas, anxiety, all those things. But it's also just
Absolutely.
really fun.
Yeah.
I honestly,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I
Yeah.
came into this
I didn't know it
episode.
was
We were
fun.
doing our table read yesterday and I just didn't know what it was other
Right.
than like, I don't know, just
Like
the
what to expect.
general sounds or whatever. But this
Mhm.
is cool.
That's dope.
Thank you for giving us
I'm
this
so
experience.
glad. Thank you for letting me
Thank
come
you.
here and, you know, being open to learn about more about ASMR and, you know, this crazy world that it is. So
I love it. And where
yeah,
can
thank
people
you.
find more about Moongem?
So Moongem is on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Moongem ASMR. You can find all my stuff there. I'm just about everywhere except for Facebook right now.
Okay.
But I post videos pretty much every day and we have a very, very sweet community. So everyone is just so open and loving. So come and join.
I love it. Please be sure to
Yeah.
follow. And if you like this
Thank you.
episode, please be sure to like, comment, share, and
Squish the bell.
that's going to be the new thing.
Squish the
Squish the
bell.
bell button.
is-
Awesome. Thank
What is
you so
ASMR
much.
again?
Got this.
I got this.
Got this.
Autonomy, autonomous,
Yeah.
sensory,
Sensory.
meridian. Oh man, come on. We got this far, everyone.
And this is like the easiest word to
I
me
know.
too.
I feel it. Well, all right, I got the first three. What's the last one?
Giving and
Receiving,
Mm.
reception, receptors,
Mhm.
receivers,
Little more basic. Call and
record,
Response.
response,
Yeah,
response. All right, so all
man.
together,
Oh my God.
ASMR
Okay,
is
autonomous
sensory meridian
response.
response.
Yay.
We did it. I love it. I love it. Thank you all
Oh
so
my
much for tuning in
gosh.
for another awesome episode. Can't thank you enough for this experience.
Woo.
And until next time, from Lit Leo and I and Nick, keep spreading good.
Spread the good.